Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Dr. Sumit Grover. My first name is Sumit, your life coach, therapist, psychologist to make your life better and happier. Today's topic, which we are going to talk about, is a very interesting topic which is near to quite many people's heart and it touches quite many people, especially single. So the topic title is How to be a happy single, ready to mingle without anxiety and with better vision for the future. Being single itself is a very much of a challenge because there are a flood of emotions like anxiety, stress, being burnt out, and depression, loneliness, isolation, which can come together. And especially when in the beginning, when the person has got divorced or there's a breakup or becomes a widow, and it becomes hard for them to carry on their life because of these emotions empowering them. So to understand how they can or how one can be supported, it's very important for them to be aware of their feelings. So we will start with anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders is a mental health condition which is characterized by fear of worst happening or being worried of the future and of not being able to handle the situation. Being apprehensive, being negatively apprehensive of what's going to happen and the problem is going to come, and they perceive the problem coming right there at their door, and they panic because they don't know how to solve it or handle it. Depression is something in which a person has no hope for the future and they are not motivated, they give up, they are not ready to handle anything further. So, anxiety and depression can come together. But if we notice what I just said, that anxiety is something which is a fear of the worst happening for the future, and depression is no hope for the future. And depression can also be because of ruminating thoughts, and they're thinking again and again what has happened in the past, leading to depression. So both of them, either they are thinking about the past or the future, but not of the present. Being burnt out is something in which a person, because they are doing and doing and they're doing things, everything on their own, they're managing their finances, they're managing their house, they're managing their children, they're managing their work, everything on their own. It's too much in their plate, and eventually it comes to a point where they're burnt out and they don't want to do anything and they're on the verge of giving up. Stress is being in a stressful situation. It's a more environmental effect, or when environmental variables are very strong, like work stress because you are overloaded with work or too much of work to handle. And or maybe also at work you are being bullied by one of your colleagues, or a social stress, too much of social life or social bullying is going on. So stress is more environmental. In case of singles, stress can be in the form of maybe at work, or maybe the house environment is taking too much of an effort to handle, or maybe it's something like they have to take care of the household things or chores to be done, which can lead to stress. You guys must be wondering that why this woman has this big dinner plate, a full-blown dinner meal and food in front of her. Is she going to eat it? No, I'm not going to eat this all. This is for you all to have a better understanding. So you can see we have salmon here, we have olives, I love olives, we have mozzarella cheese, we have some veggies, some carrot, mashed potatoes, and some bread. This is a situation about singles. Now, What will happen if we, or if I or you, eat this whole meal, or this whole plate meal, or on the plate, the dinner, after heavy lunch? Of course, we will start bloating and be uncomfortable. Now, if we look at this plate, there can be something what we can take out and leave as a leftover for tomorrow, because at present we don't need it, it's not essential for us, and we can be good without it. So for example, potatoes, okay, pretty high carbs. So I will take these potatoes out and I'll put a cross over it. I don't need to eat these potatoes at present. And maybe also I can get rid of some mozzarella cheese too. Meaning thereby, I am prioritizing that what I need to eat now and what is essential for me now, so that I am comfortable with eating my dinner in a happy way. Same is with people who are single. They put too much on their plate in the beginning. They have to do this, they have to do that. There are 10 things which they will make a list of to be done in a weekend or in a day, which is very hard. They become anxious, they are overthinking and thinking, and unable to decide what to do and what not to, and then they come into a panic mode. Eventually, after practice effect and after dealing with the dinner plate every day, like a wholly full dinner plate, too much on the dinner plate every day, they eventually learn how to prioritize. Meaning thereby, they come to a point where they do take realistic and pragmatic decisions, that how to deal with their life, how to manage their life, keeping their lifestyle same and having a peaceful, better life. So prioritizing do help them to take pragmatic and better decisions. Now we come to anxiety disorders. Anxiety is because we have certain thinking errors. We have black and white thinking, all or none basis, or all or none principles we are following, and near to perfection. Because people who are single, they have to do everything on their own. Time is less, so they decide, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do this in a near to perfect way, so that I don't have to do it again and again. And that's what they do. They try to be near to perfection. And the problem is that when the things don't happen their way, when they are not doing it in a perfect way, they panic and they don't like it. That can lead to low self-esteem, and that can also lead to lack of confidence. So for anxiety, cognitive behavior therapy, which can support the patient or a person to get rid of their anxiety, and their anxiety to be treated and depression to be treated. Because the case formulation of cognitive behavior therapy is that negative assumptions and thoughts lead to negative feelings like worry, being sad, angry, leading to a negative behavior like OCD. OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, is one of more anxiety disorder in which a person or a patient are obsessed with cleaning. So near to perfection and having all the ducks straight in the row is the concept, or is the case formulation or thinking behind the OCD patient. So many singles do come into OCD too, because they have to handle on their own and they want everything to be done. So they want everything to be in order, and they don't want anybody to intervene and encroach in their space and disorder things. And then they get anxious if that's happened. As far as depression is concerned, and cognitive behavior therapy, again, mindfulness skills, meditation, these kind of coping strategies can support the patient. Having a good social network, being confiding in somebody, talking to somebody, a therapist, a professionals, or friends or family can be a good support system for people who are going through anxiety or being burnt out or under stress because of being single. Eventually, as a practice effect, what happens when somebody is single? They learn how to have a balance between their mind and their physical symptoms and body, not leading to anxiety, because the physical symptoms for anxiety are hyperventilation, high blood pressure, shakiness, face flush, butterflies in the stomach. These all are the symptoms which make us think that yes, I am having a panic attack or I am having anxiety. So many coping strategies like meditation, mindfulness, cognitive behavior therapy, massage therapy, these all can support the patient to come out of anxiety and carry on their life in a better way, which we can talk in the further series about how to cope with anxiety disorders. In a nutshell, what I want to mention to all the singles that it is an opportunity for you guys and everyone who's single to explore yourself more, to be aware of yourself more. If you have anxiety, don't give up. Take the challenge and follow some techniques to cope with your anxiety, stress, and not being burnt out, so that you can follow this journey towards life in a peaceful way. Because many people who are single, they come to a point when they start enjoying their loneliness, which is known as solitude. So they are contented and they are peaceful because they are repeatedly taking decisions on their own. They make smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and with timeline, because time is very short for them, so they have better time planning skills because they're going through this every day. So being single can be hard, and it has its own negative effect too, because a point comes when a person doesn't want to be in a relationship or doesn't want anybody into their space because they know it all. They're doing it, they're managing it well. So there are quite many negatives also of being a single, which we can talk about in coming series too. But otherwise, for all the singles, learn how to accept the challenge, follow the journey, and your anxiety and being burnt out. Be ready to mingle, go out, get out, do it, kill it, be in relation, have a good life, a peaceful life with a better vision for the future. So cheers to you all, guys. By the way, this is coffee, okay, not alcohol. So all the best to you. Have a good one. Till then, have a good life, and I will talk to you soon.